All right, you can do this. You can do this. Just another YouTube video. Let's nail this intro. Hey everybody, welcome back to Hobby Problems. Today, because of the state of the world and lax gun laws, we are going to talk about responding to an active shooter if you have the capability and mental fortitude to do so. Now, this isn't my go-to practice. Of course, get home first and avenge second. So I'm just going to show you guys what I have on days that I'm out traveling by myself. That's what we're going over today on Hobby Problems. Now, as you can see here, I have two very nondescript bags. I don't want taking things to and from my vehicle in the morning to look any kind of way. In this one, as I'll show you in a moment, is the feeding mechanisms for what's in this one. Because this measures 16 inches at the barrel, I can't have anything that's in this bag in the same compartment of my vehicle as this bag. For the sake of the video, I pulled them out of the same area because it felt easier. So this one, if I'm going into a place where I want to look like a normal college-aged kid and I have a normal college-aged kid bag on, nobody's going to look at me twice. This stays in the vehicle. If I go to a mall or something like that, I'm not going to wear this because then you're a grown man at a mall with a backpack while being brown. People are going to look at you twice, and that defeats the purpose, right? To be on the safe side, then this goes onto the floorboard of the back seat with a jacket thrown over it. Nobody sees it, doesn't matter. These things would only be in my vehicle on days where I'm traveling alone. Because if I'm traveling with one of my partners, my main priority is them, getting them home safely and securely as quickly as possible if something goes wrong like that. However, if I am out by myself and it does hit the fan in my area, I'll be equipped. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into what we have in these two bags here. So, we have the feeding mechanisms, as I mentioned in here. First, the first magazine. Second thing that comes out, medical. Out of a belt loop configuration. Third thing that comes out, chest rig. In addition to a tourniquet, there's 3 more magazines. Clear identifiers being that I am emotional support in the situation and that I am gay. Because both those things are pretty important to let anybody know that could be wondering. And then, the emergency reload pouch, a dual mag carrier. Now, inside of this very unassuming guitar case, we can get more information about this particular build on my previous video. Say the active person involved in unaliving civilians and people like myself is giving me the opportunity for one. Magnifier goes on, squeeze to the rear, release, make good hits on target. Again, more identifiers being that I am gay, and this is a very oof-worthy situation. Now, let's get a look of everything on body. Now, at no point should you forget that this is a tiered loadout, meaning you can grab whichever bits you have time to grab and go. All of it does not need to be put on. Before we do the cool put on the gear montage, if the cops already showed up, leave. You do not need to have guns and armor-looking objects on your person when the police arrive. Whether or not they're going to stop the threat is on them, but they will unalive you if you look like what you're about to see. Even if you're the good guy, even if it's obvious, even if you're like, it's me, I'm the good guy, I'm helping. Don't. Okay, so let's just say for the sake of argument, this is a car. You have the trunk space, and you have the passenger side seat. One of the tenets to a firefight where you've taken on casualties is establish fire superiority first, take control of the area, and then you render aid, right? First things first, I get my magazine, get my rifle, mag goes in, rifle goes into battery, my surroundings, there's nothing immediately threatening me. I can get back over to the passenger side of the vehicle where I'm in cover. My IFAK securely fastened. Next, to emergency reload capabilities, backup reload capability. I would much rather immediately acquire fire superiority than rely on a less than optimal threat stopping weapon. All right. Rifle goes over the top. And now, granted that you have practiced beforehand, you will be in a very advantageous position to defend the life of another human being. Now, hopefully, as a citizen, you shouldn't have to do this. You shouldn't have to live in fear of being in a public space. Unfortunately, because of the way the government has decided to let our laws run rampant in whichever direction they want to, except for the ones they're needed in, we have to do that. We being the minority of us that actually wants to protect queer and trans people, people of color. Not that all of them need protecting, because I happen to know quite a few from each of those demographics that do not need protecting. But it is okay that some people do need protecting. Once again, I will leave some assets in the description below for you guys to review at your leisure, and maybe hear some of these words from a trans person's mouth. Just stay safe out there. Get some training in whatever it is that you decide to get training in. Do you want to do medical? Get training. Do you want to learn how to live off the land? Get training. Do you want to learn how to repair gear? Get training. That's more practice than anything, but still, I'm sure there's a class, right? If you want to learn how to be able to fish and hunt and provide for yourself, get out there. Get after it, learn how to do it. Not all of us are able enough to carry a gun, are able enough and mentally ready enough to use it, right? Not all of us have the money to do that, and there's far cheaper ways to become self-sufficient in your own protection. Feel free. I'm not saying you need a gun. I'm saying we need to do something because this country is trying to kill us. That's Hobby Problems. Have a good day. Jesus Christ, my knees hurt. Oh my God.